My people, thank you for coming to my channel. Appreciate you. I would appreciate you more if you give me a like, a subscribe, or a comment right down below. All right. So if you find this informational, please leave that like, subscribe, or comment right down below. If you want future videos from me as well about the military and things like that, please comment right down below. All right. Just leave me a comment. I will definitely get back to you. All right. Pretty much this video is gonna be about the about MEPS. If you're going into the military, pretty much this is where it begins. This is where the journey begins. All right. So I'm going to give you details of my experience of MEPS and how to pass MEPS. All right. I will try to make this video as short as possible, but I'm going to give you enough detail so you have an open mind once you get into MEPS and you know the things to do and what not to say, and and just to shut down some of those rumors that you guys ever heard about MEPS. All right. So here we go. All right. So MEPS, the acronyms are broken down into a military entrance processing station. All right. So that's what it is first. So pretty much my experience at MEPS, it was okay. I wasn't a big fan of it. Pretty much what I did was, once I spoke to my recruiter, my recruiter, phenomenal. He set everything up for me. He set me up. As soon as I passed the ASVAB, he asked me, he helped me out with my job. My job I wanted was my MOS. What job I wanted. They set all that up. All right. So pretty much, so now I'm gonna just break down everything into detail now. Now, once you get it into MEPS, right? What you got to do is the first thing, you have to be there 5 a.m. sharp, right? They're either going to put you in a hotel or you're going to have your recruiter pick you up. Either or, depending on what state you're in, the condition, I don't know. But you have to be at MEPS at 5 a.m. All right. So now, once you get to MEPS, right, you have to go inside the building. Once you go inside the building, it's like you're checking in, right? So you're going to have to go through a scanner. You're going to have, take off your bags, like pretty much you're going to the airport, right? Take off your luggage, put it in a room, in a bin, in a container in the back. Then you have to come around, then you're going to have to check in. Now, the way how you check in is, you either have, your biometrics, you use your finger, you scan your finger, and you're in the system, right? So that's that. So that's how you check in. Now, once you do that, they're going to provide you with a folder. Your folder is going to have all your documentations in it, right? It's going to be blank. So as you go through the steps, the doctors are going to fill it out one by one, each doctor that you see. So once you go to MEPS, you're going for a full physical from head to toe. All right. Bear with me. All right. So now when you check in, remember the steps might be different in some different MEPS. I'm not too sure. Once again, I'm telling you about my experience. All right. Hear me out. So checked in, I went for my blood pressure. Right, so the blood pressure, pretty much, you go to the hospital, they sit you down in a chair, they wrap the pressure around your bicep and let you pump. There's a machine and it pumps, right? Pump and let you know your blood pressure. Okay, so that's that. Now, once you finish with the blood pressure, now you're gonna go for a hearing test. Now, the hearing test is in a separate room. So what they do is, the man told me, okay, I sat down, went in the room, and he closed the door. So I had these big, gigantic headphones, this big, right? Like this big, huge. So you put it over your head, and then you have a little clicker, right? So you're in this room, and you got this little clicker. So now, when it beeps, or you're gonna hear it beep. Every time it beeps, you click, right? So every time it beeps, you click, right? But now, at first, it starts out loud. It's a loud sound, right? Then after each click, the volume decreases. So you just gotta, and it goes for both ears. Just a couple of minutes. Just make sure just make sure you clicking. That even though you don't hear nothing, click. Just click. Just make sure you clicking. You don't want to go do this whole process and they tell you, oh, you can't join the military because you're deaf or something like. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want to do that. We out here trying to be successful, right? Now, once I did that, I went for my eye test, right? As you can see, I wear glasses, right? So once again, this is my experience. So I went to go for my lady to check my eyesight, right? Didn't have no issues. Lady said, hey, how you doing? It's all right. Good morning. Right. So we went there and the lady tells me, hey, can you take off your glasses? I took off my glasses. She like, first she let me, I had to read a book. And the book, inside the book was a letter, and then there was colors around it, but the only thing that really stood out was the letter that was in between. So pretty much this ICN test was to see if I was colorblind, right? So I took off my glasses, and then I was able to read it back to her, right? Because you gave you a good little distance, and it was able to read it back to you, right? So I did that, boom, passed that. Now, once you go to the eye doctor, they have this machine where you sit down, you have to look at lines pretty much. So, they want to see how strong are both of your eyes. So pretty much that's what I did. I was reading lines, they're like, they covered my right eye, using my left eye, covered my left eye, wrote in my right eye. Pretty much, but you guys see, I have glasses, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I mean? Like, I got glasses, so on one of the lines, the lady was telling me, hey, like she was getting frustrated. I was telling her, hey, I can't really read it or whatever the case is. And she goes, she hit me with the beatbox, she hit me with all that. I'm like, yo, like, I wear glasses. Like, I can't see the line. It's too small. She's like, whatever. So let's go to the other machine. So, she was kind of like in a rush. I'm like, oh, man. All right, cool. So I went to the other machine. I'm like, all right, fine. So once I went to the other machine, this another, well, if you go to the eye doctor often, another machine where it gives you a prescription. Pretty much, the machine, you sit down, you put your chin here, and then, it blows eye, it blows like wind or some type of something in your eye, whatever case it is, to let you know that, what your prescription is, and like, yeah, pretty much it fixes your eyesight pretty much, right? So I'm sitting there, right? She did that. Right, and then she did it to my other eye, and then she told me, "Oh, can you read this?" So I'm reading it back to her, and then she put up something else, but it was like this small. How am I supposed to read something this small, and I wear glasses? You know what I'm saying? I wear these glasses, and you tell me I gotta read something this small. But I say, look, that's neither here nor there. No, I'm not here for this. I'm just trying to be successful. That's all I'm trying to do. So the lady once again hit me with the beatbox, all that, oh my God, I gotta do it again. That's what she said. So fine, no problem, right? So she rushed me through that process, right? Then once you're done there, right? I already had a bad feeling about that from the jump, right? So now, once I'm done there, they take you to another room, right? Now, it's a group of people where they put you in another room. In the other room, that pretty much is just verifying or your documents, your social, your parents' name. Pretty much they're just confirming everything about you, right? And this is the part where they also try to, they also try to like intimidate you, make you maybe, think you have things and don't, So I'm not saying to go there and lie, but whatever you told your recruiter, that's the same thing you have to tell the people at MEPS, if you get what I'm saying, Don't let nobody change your thought or make you think, hey, I did this a couple years ago. If you didn't tell your recruiter, then there's no reason for you to bring that up. You get what I'm saying? All right. So now, once you leave this room, now this is where the physical part comes. I'm talking the physical part for a male. Obviously, I'm a male. So this is where I went one-on-one with the doctor, right? So once I went one-on-one with the doctor, pretty much what the doctor said, he gives you sheet of paper. He'd be like, hey, do you consent to this? And you read the paper. Pretty much everything that the doctor was gonna do, they confirmed it in the other room beforehand. All right. Yeah. So once we did that, I was there with the doctor, and the doctor, right, what they do is a full physical. So he like, okay, can you just strip down into your boxers? All right, no problem. That's the easy part. Strip down to the boxers. I'm like, whatever, I'm fine. Like, let's get this over with. So I took it off, and then so for the males, they check. He checked the eyes. He checked the chest, and then he has to touch the male genitalia, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So he has to touch it down there, and just to see if there's no anything swollen, any cancers, anything like that. And now the part that a lot of people misunderstand or don't know, they're like, oh, do they stick something in your butt? What? Nah, don't stick nothing up there, bruh. Nah, they don't do none of that. Here's exactly what they do, right? They tell you to touch your toes and then you spread your cheeks, right? It sounds crazy, sounds funny, but that's what it is. Then you have to spread it so they can just, make sure you don't have no hernia or anything like that, because they just want to make sure you're healthy. So that's what that is. All right. That's pretty much what that is. Now, I don't know what else anybody else heard, but that's pretty much what it is. Straight to the point. All right. Now, once you do this, right, you're going to have to pee in a cup. Right. So now I'm finished with the doctor and all the other stuff. Right. Now I have to pee in a cup. Mind you, you're not the only one peeing in this cup. You know what I mean? It's about 8 other people that's peeing with you. And then there's one person that's in charge that tells you have to be at least maybe like a good foot away from the starting where the guy's got a pitch. You gotta be like a good foot away. And he goes, all right, take out your stuff and don't start peeing until I tell you to. But mind you, I drank a whole bunch of water that morning. I had to go. So from 5 a.m. in the morning till like 10:30 in the morning, I had maybe like a liter of piss in me. I had to go. But what happened was I was holding it so long that I couldn't even go when it was time. So I had to take a couple minutes. And the other thing is, the guy that was there, he got to look at everybody. So he there, you peeing and he looking at people. I never had nobody look at me while I pissed. You know how comfortable that was? Oh, man. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, what is going on? But like, you know what? I'm trying to be successful. Let me close my eyes to pretend this dude ain't here, right? Did that. Peed, right? Now, once you pee, right? You got to put the cup on top of the urinal. When you're done with the urinal, then you have to hold your pee, right? He like, oh, you can't finish piss yet. He like, you got to hold your cup up. Once you hold your cup up, he like, all right, put it on the urinal and go finish pee. I'm like, yo, this is some stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to say no. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? So now, you peed in the cup, right? Now, when you finish peeing in the cup, you got to take blood, right? So then they send you to another room. Now, the other room where they send you to, they just got to take blood. They, just put a needle in your arm and they take the blood or whatever the case is. I think it's 2 test tubes or 1 test. I don't remember. Something like that. But they do that, right? So boom. All right. So that's what they do. Then they take your blood. Now, after you're done with the blood portion, now the next is the physical. Now, the physical, this is where they tape you. Tape means they take your weight and they take your height, right? So this is where they do that, right? But you have to, once again, you have to be in your boxers, right? For the dudes, right? You got to be in your boxers, right? So you got to be in your boxers and pretty much, it's like 80 y'all in this room, and they call everybody one by one, take their weight, take their height one by one. And what they do is they line everybody up 4 by 4, right? And then they have a doctor that comes through, and the doctor says, they actually do some motions, actually touch your toes, walk on the balls of your feet, tiptoe, jog across the room, walk really fast back, things like that, just to make sure that all the bones and, everything is intact and nothing is broken or anything of that sort, right? So it's you and 8 other dudes in the room with boxes or whatever case of running back and forth and all this other nonsense, right? Cool. Next. Now, once you do that, now the next thing you got to do is, once you pass all that, then you have to go sign your contract, right? Now, if you sign your contract, it's really thoroughly, you're supposed to have everything set up by your recruiter. If there's a specific job that you wanted, let your recruiter know beforehand. Like, hey, I really want this job, whatever, air traffic controller, hacker, whatever it is, let your recruiter know, hey, this is the job I really want or whatever the case is. So when you get to MEPS, there's no hold up You know, there's nothing holding you back from like taking the oath or stopping your whole process. You know, because once your recruiter reserves that for you, then you're good. You know, it's going to show up in their system. All they have to do is verify everything. Once they verify everything and you sign your name on the contract, you're good to go. Right? Now, once you do that, then you take the oath. Once you finish signing your contract, then you take your oath. Right? Then when you take your oath, then you're good to go. But now, you see how easy all this sounds? All this sounds? Now check this out. It wasn't that easy for your man. Right? It wasn't that easy for A Will GQ. No, not at all. No. Oh no. Right? So what happened to me was when I did my physical with the doctor, first of all, he said, "Oh, everything is good." I said, "Okay, no problem." All right, he said, "Oh, let me check your ears." So when he checked my ears, he said, your ears are kind of dirty or whatever the case is. I said, "Okay." So I'm thinking we're gonna wash it. You know, we're gonna do everything right here. He goes, "No, you need an ear lavage." I said, "Ear lavage?" I'm like, what's that? I don't even know what's an ear lavage. How you gonna wash my ears? What's that? He goes, "No, no, you're gonna have to come back." I said, "Come back?" So I'm not trying to come back to this. I just want to do this one time. He said, "No, you're gonna have to come back." I said, "Great, beautiful, right?" It's all right, cool. So, you know, my experience wasn't that smooth. All right, so I had to go back 2 times, not once. Because remember with the incident with the lady with the glasses, you know, I wear glasses and all that stuff. You know, I was telling her, "Hey, you know, I can't see the words too small and all that." Yeah, had to go back for that. Now look at this. So once I went back, so first thing first, I went back for the ear lavage, right? So I had to wait. So I had to get to 5 a.m. in the morning just for one of the nurses just to wash my ears, which they couldn't even do it that day. You know, waste of time, right? Waste of time. Now, that's one day I had to go back. And I had to wait. It's not like the next day. I had to wait maybe like a good 2 to 3 weeks to actually make that appointment to just to wash my ears. Just to wash my ears, I had to make that. So already everything was backed up just because of that. You know, and just to let you know as well, you know, once you guys, let's say you choose a job, and let's say you have to go back, you know, for some type of work, or they have to like redo some like check on you or something like that. That position is only open for 7 days. So after the 7 days, that reservation is gone. So you have to choose something else, right? So now, once I did the ear lavage, so it took me about maybe like a month to get that appointment. Now, the second thing was to get the eye consult, right? Because I believe that the lady didn't do the eye consult correctly, right? I think she was new and she didn't know what she was doing. She was frustrated, having a bad day. I don't know, didn't have a Starbucks. I don't know, whatever. But now, because of that, I had to go back. So now, the eye consult, what it is they, the military pays other doctors that, outside doctors for them to get a counsel for, you know, for my eyesight, pretty much, just to say that, okay, he's good enough, he can see, he's not blind without the glasses, pretty much. He's not, his eyesight's not that bad, he can still see. Pretty much, that's what it is. They just want to make sure everything is copacetic and okay, right? All right, no problem. So now to get that appointment, that was another month, you know. So now really backed up, right? So I'm like, all right, fine. So I did all that. So by me telling you this, I just want you guys just to be aware of some of the mistakes and some of the things that I didn't know about going into MEPS. All right. So number one, if you're going to MEPS, please go to your doctor, get your ears cleaned. All right. Please get that cleaned, because you don't want to waste an appointment, or maybe a month or two, just to get that done. You know, if you got things already in motion, if you really want to join, if you're trying to get your bag, you know, please do that, because that will stop your process. And when you really go, you know, when you take the oath and when you look for a job again, it might not be there. Then you have to, you know, look for something else that you don't want, or whatever the case is, you know. So please, when you go there, please clean your ears. Go to your doctor, go to your specialist, whatever the case is. Your ears has to be clean so they can see your eardrum inside. That's how clean it has to be. All right. So And once I went for them to clean my ears, they didn't clean it with a Q-tip. Nah. The lady had like this little water bottle and had like a skinny little tip. And that was inside my ear. She was squirting water all day. That's what she was doing the whole time. Whole bunch of water. So, I felt like I was in a water park or at the beach or something because so much water in my ear. I was like, God damn. She like, oh, I feel like you're in a water park, right? And I'm like, yeah, I feel like in a water dripping and all that. And I'm like, it's a horrible experience, but look, man, you live, you learn, you grow, and you get this bag, right? So that's pretty much it. All right. So please, the other thing is, before I end the video, these people are not your friends, so don't go there and try to be friendly or nothing like that. Just go there, you do what you gotta do, and you out. Don't give them much chit chat. They're not gonna chat with you. Please, they're not your friends. They're looking for any little thing to disqualify you. Like I said earlier, whatever you tell your recruiter, that's what you're gonna tell the people at MEPS. Please don't add nothing on. Please don't, if you don't tell your recruiter something, speak to your recruiter first before you go to MEPS. All right? Because you don't want to go through the whole process and then be, hey, you're disqualified because of this and something else that you brought up. Please, please speak to your recruiter before you go to MEPS. All right? And once again, whatever you tell your recruiter, say the same thing at MEPS. Don't add nothing to it. Do not add anything to it. Whatever you say to your recruiter, say that MEPS. All right? So I hope this was informational to you guys. I gave you as much detail as possible. If you want any more comments, if you have comments, please contact me. Any more military videos, shoot me a message. I definitely will. All right. I appreciate all the support, all the likes I'm getting. Thank you guys. And once again, I always end the video saying this: stay humble, be successful, and get your bag. Stay blessed, y'all.